Okay, so I managed to turn off the video again. So this will be part 3 of cutting a freeform. I've got to get used to doing these videos and just pressing the pause button. I've transferred this beautiful party freeform over. So this is be the crown. Now we've got a good amount of depth there for the crown. So I'm going to start touching in the facets at probably 45 down to meet the girdle, 45, maybe 38 and 22 for 3 tiers of step cuts. But I will just see how we go. I will adjust them as I am cutting. So I'm just going to start grinding now on a worn out 600 centered lap. The other thing is that as I've transferred it, I now need to find those side indices again. So I've marked my index wheel again, just estimating where the outline sides are, and as I touch in the mains I will adjust them and find out exactly where they are and mark my index wheel again. I've just touched in some crown mains there on 45 degrees. I've got a nice parallel girdle there. So I've worked out where all my outline sides are. I'm just going to touch in the top tier of facets on about 22. I've just touched in a top tier there on 22 degrees just to see how our proportions are going, because I'm going to pre-polish that top tier there and cut and polish the table. And I'm quite happy with our angles and that I'm going to get a nice table about the size I want it, which would be maybe 50% of the width of the stone, but I'd like a slightly smaller table on a freeform. So this is my crown, just very roughly, well, roughed in. I like to pre-polish that top tier of facets before I cut and polish the crown, because as I cut and polish the crown, I don't want the polish of the crown coming over to a ground surface. So I've just roughly pre-polished that top tier, and now I'll cut and polish the crown. This is looking amazing. And there we have it, the table all cut, pre-polished and polished. And I can see the stone now, and it's just beautiful. There's heaps of yellow there in the culet. The beauty, I think, of doing the table at this stage is that the table's done. Now I can go back and bring in the rest of the crown facets to meet the table, adjusting the angles to leave the table at the exact size I like. I know a lot of people cut the table last, and then you've got to bring it down to exactly meet your crown angles. So this way, I can adjust them. If the stone's a bit deeper, I cut the table to the size I want it, or shallower, and then I can bring in the rest of the facets and just judge the angles to where it meets the table perfectly. Okay, so I've done all the 3 tiers of step facets on the crown. I ended up doing them at 45, 34 and 20, just to bring in the table to the exact proportion that I wanted it, but also keep a nice profile on the stone that'll balance the pavilion, and also maintaining the best recovery of the stone. I'm just going to polish these facets and then we're done. I can't wait. Okay, it's all finished. Just going to take it off the dop stick and we'll have a quick look at it. And there it is. Beautiful freeform. We've got the yellow blending into the blue. It's exactly 2 carats. We'll get some better photos and videos tomorrow. Thanks for watching.